who gave Gaethje the better fight, Ilia or Paddy? Having fought both men, which fight would you say is more challenging?
Well, I mean, Ilia is one of the best in the world. I mean, he is one of the most dangerous fighters that there is, and he's a lot more dangerous than Paddy Pimblett. However, Paddy Pimblett is goofy. You know, he's got a funky style. I think Ilia is way more dangerous. I think fighting's crazy. I think, you know, in my mind, I think 97 out of 100 times, Ilia beats him.
I think it's one of the easiest fights that I could have in the lightweight division. Because, I don't know, I can do with him whatever I want to do in reality.
Ilia no mas Topuria, he doesn't want no more.
I think Paddy and Ilia is one of the biggest fights you can make in all of the sport. Why not? Why aren't we doing this fight right now? I want to see Ilia versus Paddy no matter what. Ladies and gentlemen, make it.
I don't mind seeing guys like, you know, Paddy do well, you know, especially when there's so much hype and, you know, you bring in a lot of eyes to the sport and got a lot of respect for that. So he's still young too, right? He's still young. I respect him in the fact that, you know, he doesn't want to rush into the biggest challenges straight away. He's still young. He's still learning, earning his way.
The MMA world expected Ilia Topuria to be out of the spotlight for quite some time after suffering a crushing defeat. Instead, Dana White has revealed a surprising update that has completely changed the conversation that at the same time. An even more unexpected development has emerged. Paddy Pimblett has publicly challenged Topuria, sparking intense debate among fans and analysts. Even some of the sport's biggest names are already weighing in on who would come out on top if these longtime rivals finally meet inside the octagon. Could Topuria be preparing for a much faster return than anyone anticipated? Or has Pimblett just accepted the toughest challenge of his career? The outcome of these developments could have a lasting impact on the future of the UFC lightweight division.
I think Paddy and their team will prepare right for that fight. I think so. They'll have a game plan, and he's no slouch. You know, a lot of people thought Paddy was like this guy who just talks and runs his mouth, and then he got to prove himself against a guy like Chandler. And he's not a wrestler, but he out-wrestled a wrestler, which is just pretty crazy to see. So
Max Holloway no longer sees Paddy Pimblett's rise as a matter of luck. In his view, Paddy has transformed into a complete mixed martial artist with a clear and intelligent game plan. His dominant performance against Michael Chandler, where he combined sharp tactics with effective wrestling, forced many critics to change their opinion. Now that even Holloway is giving him that level of respect, one question stands above the rest. Has the UFC finally reached the moment to make the fight fans have been demanding?
Fighters like this, with such high profiles like Paddy Pimblett and Ilia Topuria. And there's that much tension, that much beef, that much drama, that much old school footage that they can use, not only squaring up inside the octagon, but at UFC London when they were talking shit and had to be separated by security. I heard stories of them almost getting into fights in the hallways and stuff like that, but there was no cameras rolling. Of course, there was a few water bottles thrown and stuff like that. There's always been heat and friction between the two of them, and now it's lining up absolutely perfectly for a...
Michael Bisping believes this goes far beyond a typical championship matchup. Years of personal tension have turned the rivalry into one of the most anticipated clashes in the sport. From heated face-offs and backstage confrontations to security getting involved and genuine hostility between the two, all the ingredients for a massive UFC event are already in place. While fans continue to push for a showdown between Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett, one former champion sees a different issue. The real question, in his view, is whether Topuria can return as the same fighter after experiencing the first loss of his professional career.
Adversity. Ilia's only ever been the hammer. He's never been the nail. Know what I mean? That's why after that fight with Justin that I had, I knew I could come back stronger and better because I've done it before. I don't think Ilia Topuria ever comes back the same. His whole mindset, his whole like ego, know what I mean? Like his is like, I'm undefeated, no one can beat me. Having celebrations the night before the fight. I just don't think he'll ever be the same. He's never had to come back from nothing like that. I've had to face adversity before, so I'd happily be his first fight back.
Those are bold claims. Paddy Pimblett believes a fighter is never quite the same after losing an unbeaten record. Demetrius Johnson, has raised similar concerns, wondering how Ilia Topuria will handle true adversity for the first time in his career. However, not everyone agrees with that perspective. Dana White has now shared a significant update on Topuria's return, and it could completely shift the way this entire situation is viewed.
World champion. I want to be undisputed champion of the world. I want to be the first ever world champion from Liverpool. And I'm going to do that. I know that's in my destiny. I know it's in my fate. Whether it's the next fight or the next 10 fights, I'm going to be a world champion. It's that simple. If you want me to fight Justin next, if you want me to fight Posh Boy next, if you want me to fight Chorizo next, if you want me to fight Charles next, anyone can get it.
Paddy Pimblett has made his intentions perfectly clear. He says he's prepared to face anyone standing between him and the UFC Lightweight Championship, whether that's Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, or Ilia Topuria. But believing in yourself is only part of the equation. The real question is what gives Paddy the confidence to think he has what it takes to overcome the very best fighters in the division.
I think they kind of even one another out. I think Paddy, if he's taken down, is way more dangerous off his back. Benoit Saint-Denis does have really good top game, top pressure. I don't think he has the ability to submit Paddy Pimblett. This is mixed martial arts, and one good shot where you rock someone, anything can happen. But Paddy is a high-level grappler, but so is Benoit Saint-Denis. That's why I said this one kind of plays out on the feet. Paddy is going to be way more aggressive, having the success against Justin Gaethje that he did. And yeah, I've said it a few times, there was a few technical mistakes. The chin is a little bit high. The shots come at weird angles, but that actually ends up helping Paddy because they're unexpected, weird,
Paddy's unpredictable style, constant forward pressure, and high-level grappling make him one of the toughest opponents to prepare for. His unusual movement often catches fighters off guard, and even situations that appear messy can end up creating openings in his favor because his attacks come from unexpected angles. If he eventually steps into the octagon against Ilia Topuria, though, one crucial question could determine how that fight unfolds.
Months off. He broke both orbital bones in his face, okay? I'm not surprised. The man was black and blue, okay? The swelling on the face, the swelling on the nose. It's okay. He'll be back. He'll be fine, right? Will he be the same version of himself? We don't know. We got to assume. I thought the way that Ilia Topuria handled himself after the fight was nothing but class. I think I saw a story somewhere that his brother came over to him and said, "How you doing?" He said, "Hey, listen, did the people enjoy the fight?" That's the main thing that he wanted to know. And it was a phenomenal fight. Obviously, recency bias, one of the best fights this year, if not of all time. Topuria just lost to Justin Gaethje, so they're both coming off losses. And if he wins against Benoit Saint-Denis, well, Ilia Topuria is the former undisputed lightweight champion of the world. So it's still a good, logical matchup. And these two absolutely hate one another. There'll be a lot of drama in the build-up to the fight. And I, for one, want to see it settled once and for all. My dog is here. What do you think? Get out of here. Get out of here. And when you consider the stylistic matchup and what Paddy showed against Justin Gaethje and the fact that, yeah, he did go 5 rounds, right? It would be a very interesting.
Michael Bisping is confident that Ilia Topuria will recover physically and return in top condition. What concerns him more is the psychological side of the comeback. After experiencing the first defeat of his professional career, can Topuria regain the same confidence and fearless mindset that helped him reach the top? At this stage, no one has that answer. Even so, Bisping believes a matchup with Paddy Pimblett has never been more logical. Their rivalry has been growing for years, and fans have been eager to see them settle their differences inside the octagon. Now, with Dana White addressing Topuria's return, his latest comments could have a major impact on what comes next in the UFC lightweight division.
All the fans around the world, I think that they want to see that fight. And at the same time,
yeah,
I have to be honest, I think it's one of the easiest fights that I could have in the lightweight division. Because I don't know, I can do with him whatever I want to do in reality. It's like, it's very excited fight for the fans.
Yeah.
Where I'm gonna enjoy a lot the whole process, and at the same time, it's a fight where I'm gonna be able to shine once again.
Yeah, probably a good paycheck too with that one.
That's for sure. That's
Because you're such a prophet, how would you win that fight? What would be the prediction? I know you probably haven't studied him yet as closely as you will if it's made, but how would you win? When would you win? Give us some of that Ilia prediction magic.
against Paddy.
Yeah.
I have to think about it because I don't know.
I won't hold you to it, so you can change your prediction.
I promise you, I could like choose the way I want to finish.
First round?
Be like, that's for sure. He's not gonna stay there for more than one round with me. But I don't know, maybe it's gonna be cool to submit him in the ground with a triangle choke from the mount, something like that.
Ilia Topuria isn't giving Paddy Pimblett's challenge much respect. Instead, he has brushed it aside, describing Paddy as one of the least difficult opponents in the UFC lightweight division. Topuria has even gone as far as saying he could end the fight however he chooses, whether by a first-round knockout or a submission. Those are bold statements, but that level of confidence also brings added expectations, especially after suffering the first loss of his professional career. That leaves one major question hanging over the matchup. Is this the mindset of a former champion determined to silence every doubt?